Hello YouTubers, I'm going to be doing a video today on actually quite a hot topic recently, mental health. Well, not a hot topic, but a lot of people are talking about it and it's becoming more of a well-known thing and it needs to be spoken about, it needs to be gotten out there. So that's why I am doing a video on mental health, because I do suffer from some mental health and I've had worse times and better times, and I'm going to talk about the experiences I've been through, the support that is out there, and just genuinely say my experiences and, you know, let people know that they aren't alone in these situations. Basically, I suffer with depression and quite severe OCD, which I'm in the middle of getting support for at the moment. My depression kind of started at school, but I didn't really get any support for it until I was about 19. I was badly bullied in school, and that is the main reason really, I think. And a few other things happened in my childhood which, you know, like loss of a very close loved one when I was about 13. A few other things that just kind of emotionally drained me, affected me. But I think the main one is I was literally bullied every day, all the time in school, like all the time. It felt like I couldn't escape it. And I obviously went through the stage of thinking I was hopeless, worthless, not worth anything, not good enough for anybody, extreme insecurities, put myself in a little bubble, didn't want to be social, didn't really want to talk to anyone. I also went through the stage of thinking I was better off dead, and harming myself, like cutting myself. Obviously that's quite a private thing that I'm broadcasting on here, but it's to prove that I've been there and I've got through the other side. So, and it is possible to overcome these things, and with the right medication and the right support, you can overcome these things and feel a lot better. I don't feel like harming myself or killing myself or feel that I would be better off dead anymore. I haven't felt like that for a long time. And those feelings are horrible, especially if you think you're alone. But you're not. You're never alone. There is so many lines you can call. There is like mental, like your doctors, you can just call your doctors and talk to them. You've got the suicide line you can call. You've got family members you could talk to, and friends. If you know you can trust your friends and you know that you can trust your family to be unjudgmental and supportive, then they are good people to talk to. One second, I'm just going to check my phone is still recording, because sometimes it cuts out. I apologise. But obviously, yeah, I've been through that. I don't harm anymore. I don't feel like killing myself anymore. Suicide. I didn't ever get to the stage where I was going to go as far as killing myself, but I did sometimes feel like I wasn't worth being here. I felt like I was a waste of time, waste of space. But anyway, I'm a hell of a lot better now. I'm on medication for depression, and I've had counselling for depression. That's helped, but also more like having positive things happen in my life has helped as well. And focusing on like studies and work and just being motivated to get out there. That's one of the main things. And always find someone you can rely on and talk to, and if possible get yourself some mental health care, like professional help, because honestly it's worth it. It helped me so much going on antidepressants and having counselling. If I hadn't have done that, I don't think I would be where I am today. But you're not alone. You never are with mental health, and it's a stigma. People don't talk about it as much as they should. That's kind of in the past for me, but I know there is so many people out there suffering with depression, and you know, feeling hopeless and a failure and not good enough, and that they would be better off dead. And it's a shame that a lot of people don't feel that they can talk to anyone, but there is people out there that you can talk to, and I just wanted to put that out there. And I want to open up, that take away that stigma. The more we talk about mental health, the less of a stigma there will be. The other part of the video I wanted to mention is that I have quite severe OCD, which is like a anxiety disorder, one of the two. Mental health meant like it's to do with anxiety. There's loads of different sort of anxieties. Is anxiety associated with different situations and activities, and social anxiety is quite a hard thing to deal with. My OCD is more prominent at the moment than my depression, because my depression is is on its way to being like on the level, but I still get those insecurities. I still doubt myself. I still sometimes think, am I good enough? I do sometimes still think, like, you know, I doubt myself a hell of a lot. I often wonder, am I good enough? Am I doing a good enough job with things? What do people think of me? But that all comes down, but it's a lot better than it was. But with my OCD, it's hard to explain, but OCD stands for, I can't even remember what it stands for. Oh, I can't even remember what it stands for now. My mind's gone blank. OCD. It's like compulsions. It's obsessive compulsive disorder. That's what it is. Sorry, my mind went completely wrong. And what it kind of is that things have to be a certain way, or with me it's checking things, it's making sure things are a certain way, or I will fear that something bad will happen. Even if there is no chance of it happening, in my mind I will feel that there is a chance. And sometimes I will repeat things all the time, because I don't think that I have to repeat them, because otherwise I worry something bad's going to happen. A lot of people suffer with OCD. It's not spoken about as much as everything else, I don't think. I think depression is and social anxiety is spoken about a lot more than what OCD is. But OCD is basically, you have like obsessive thoughts, which is like, you think, if I don't make sure this is off, it's going to cause a fire. And then the behaviour is like, you check things as like a temporary relief, but obviously you get that temporary relief and then you think it again and you have to check it again. That's kind of how it works. It's an evil cycle. And at the moment I'm going to be getting some some support to break the cycle. Basically, what you basically have to do in that is you kind of have to expose yourself to the situation. So you have to kind of teach yourself to not do the compulsions, to check. You stop yourself from doing those actions. You don't check the things you want to check, or you don't redo the things you want to do, or you don't clean something over and over because you think there might be germs. You have to embrace the anxiety for it to lessen naturally, because anxiety can only go to a certain level, and then after it's got to that certain level, it goes down naturally. So what you have to do is you have to expose yourself to it. So, for example, okay, I said for the checking thing, that's for the OCD, but for say it was social anxiety and you get panicky, or you have panic attacks going into shops or walking around town, you'd have to expose yourself step by step by doing things that are easier at the bottom, which don't make you feel so anxious, but they make you feel over 50% out of 100 of anxiousness. And then you have to reduce that, keep redoing it, and then you have to move on to the next thing. It's like a step ladder, and that's how you can treat anxiety. It's kind of like, it's CBT kind of thing, cognitive behavioural therapy. But basically, that's all I really wanted to talk about, and I just wanted to put out there that there is so many support people out there. There is like hotlines you can ring, like lines you can ring, like suicide line, Mind. I've been seeing someone at Mind, and they're really good. And like well-being, you've got different mental health hospitals. One, I live in like the Suffolk area, one in Norwich, one in Yarmouth. Okay, yeah, the waiting lists can be extremely long, but if you go to your GP, if you make sure that they realise how serious it is, and if you're on the edge of like doing something serious, they will help you quicker. But you have to, it's kind of taking that hurdle to be able to tell someone that you're feeling that way. But you're never alone with mental health. There is so many people in the world suffering with it, and you know, you might because you can't tell that someone's suffering with it a lot of the time. You might walk past someone, you might walk past 10 people in a street, and like 5 of them have a mental health problem, like mental health illness. That's why there's such a stigma behind it, because it's not something you can see, like a broken leg or something like that, and a lot of people don't have the right attitude towards it. But people are becoming more open-minded now. But all I'm trying to say is, don't ever feel alone. Always reach out for support. Never let things get on top of you. Because I've had support for my depression, and I don't regret it at all. It really helped. And, you know, and talking to people, my friends, my family, it was hard, but it was important that I did that, because you can't face everything alone, and it's important that you don't try to. But yeah, just, you know, try and have the courage to at least talk to someone, even if it's not a professional, just so they know how you feel. And if you can get the courage to go to the doctors or a mental health hospital, and, you know, or Mind Wellbeing Service or something, just to be able to talk to someone. And because sometimes even just putting your feelings out there can help. But yeah, definitely never feel alone, never be scared to ask for help. And yeah, trying to break the stigma of mental health here. But yeah, that's basically it. That's all I really need to say. If anyone ever needs to if anyone ever needs anyone to talk to, you can always comment on my video, or I have got Hangouts, Google Hangouts, that's basically my email address that is attached to my YouTube. If you can't find that, I will send it to you if you need it. I have got Facebook and stuff like that. Yeah, but if anyone ever needs anyone to talk to, I'm happy to listen or offer advice or help. But for now, that is the end of my mental health awareness video, I suppose. But give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, or you could relate to it, or it helped you in any way. Subscribe to me if you want to see any more of my videos. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you tune into my next video. But for now, bye!